Thanks for calling the show. What's going on?
Yes, I totally needed y'all's advice.
Okay, I'm ready for you. What you got?
Okay, so where I work, I'm part of like the management got people, and then we have like our employees. Well, one of the employees is one of my really good friends, and I just found out that her and like 2 other people were going to get fired.
So you want to know if you should tell her?
Yeah, because I mean, she is really like one of my really good friends, but it is still my job, and I do have to be professional. And I don't know if like, do I call her off to the side because she's a good friend, or do I just wait for like our bosses to do it?
I think this comes down to how close of a friend she is. And if she's going to be in your life for years and years, I think you have to look out for that friendship. If she's over an 8 in the friendship scale, I would let her know. And I would say, hey, I just saw this. Also, please don't let anyone you know and don't make a scene because it's going to hurt me.
Yeah.
But I would say if she's over an 8, you got to let her know. Or you just won't be friends anymore because she'll be like, you knew and you couldn't even tell me? Where do you put her on that 1 through 10?
So, I'm 25, and we've been friends since, I think, 2nd grade.
Oh, wow.
You got to tell her. And you have to tell her, and you have to ask her to not go to the boss. Like, you're being vulnerable and telling her. And you're only telling her because you're such good friends. And you know you shouldn't tell her. And you could get fired for telling her. But I think if it's a friend that you're looking forward to a lifelong friendship with, imagine if you got fired and your best friend knew, or a really good friend knew, and you walked out and you're like, you knew and you didn't even tell me.
That's way worse.
You would want to know.
Yeah. My advice, just knowing what I know from the story you're telling me, is that you got to tell her if you're super close to her. That stinks. It's a hard thing, and there's not really a right answer here. You got to tell her and then hope that she doesn't throw you under the bus.
Yeah. She asked me to dinner last night, and I just found out yesterday. And I told her, I was like, I got to go home and my dogs. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to start affecting your hang time with her. So,
So when is the firing happening?
In like 48 hours.
Oh, you got about 24 to let her know.
Will she handle it well?
If I tell her in a public setting.
Why would you take her to Chick-fil-A to tell her?
Wait.
Tell her.
You're saying you can't tell her alone? Like
Witnesses around. I have witnesses around.
you
just
need
in case she
witnesses
does
to make sure
something.
she doesn't do something
Like,
to you?
stab her.
She doesn't go crazy. She doesn't start yelling at me.
But it's not your fault.
No, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things like, look, you're in the management. Why can't you talk to them? And I'm your friend. Like, you should be able to help me out.
Oh, man.
Then how I would approach
have that conversation.
This is how I would approach it. I do it 8 Mile style. What you go in with is everything that you know she's going to say about you or ask you, you have prepared in kind of the pre to saying she's going to be fired. It's like, hey, listen, I know I'm your friend. I've already been to the boss. I've asked 3 times. I know. You know, and he's like, I know you're going to make fun of me because I'm trailer trash. I know. And it's the final scene of 8 Mile.
Okay, got
You
it.
have to go in and 8 Mile her and go, all of this stuff I've already done, and it's not working. And I've tried everything. And
that's genuine. You obviously do care about her. You're concerned. That's why you're asking what you should do.
is she really a friend if you need security, though?
That's weird.
I mean, I just know her temper, and I just don't like conflict, and that's why I'm like back and forth with this, because I just don't want it to cause drama, because I feel like, I don't know, she's going to be upset, and then I know she'll get over it, but I just don't want to deal with that upset time period.
You're going to have to deal with it anyway, either after she gets fired and you didn't tell her, or before when you do tell her. It's just, do you want the friendship to last? Because I don't think the friendship lasts if you don't tell her. So I think you have to tell her. Part of being a friend sometimes is going through the stuff that ain't easy. So I think you give her that 8 Mile treatment. You've tried everything. You've done everything. You just want her to know. Tell her she will eventually get over it and get a new job, and you can maintain your relationship. I think if she gets fired and You didn't tell her, but you knew. And you can always act like you didn't know.
Can you? I thought about that.
I mean, that's option 3. Is like once she gets fired, you're just shocked. You're like, what?
I didn't know that.
Well, I cannot believe it. Could you pull that off?
But then I got to pull that off forever. What if we go out one time and we're drinking and then something just slips?
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
This can't be a conversation that's
Go
going to
with
last
it.
for years, guys. Like, right?
But she
I wouldn't think in 2029, you're like, remember?
The better way is to just tell her.
This is what I'm going to say.
Apparently
Again,
in public.
Tell her. You have to let her know. You have to tell her everything that you did to make sure that she is able to keep, but it just isn't going to work out. But as a friend, you want to let her know. That's my final answer. We're about to play Who Wants to Be 100 Air, so I'm getting in the mind right now. That's my final answer. Unless you go with the other choice of, I cannot believe it. But you just got to hold on to that one forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. I think I'm going to tell her.
Yeah, you should tell. It's uncomfortable. It sucks. I'm not acting like there's a way where this isn't, awful. So understand it. Eat the oats first. Let the marshmallows happen later when your friendship is still intact. That's my Lucky Charms reference.
You just lost her there, but
yeah, what you do is you eat the oats first, the oat, and then the marshmallows are all left at the end,
Right.
and you can enjoy those. Okay, thank you for the call.
Thank you. I
Bye,
appreciate it.
Brianna. Bye. Well, that stinks, huh?
yeah.
Man.
It's not a good situation.
But I feel like we handled that good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always easier to give people advice than to actually do it, too, so it's cool. I don't know what I'd probably just be like, what? You got fired?
Nuh-uh. If you were to know that I was getting fired, you wouldn't tell me. Heads up.
I wouldn't know. Hey.
Yes, you would. I'm saying hypothetically. Am I gonna,
Hey.
is that happening?
This is a Bobby Bones show.